Okay, so first of all, it's your boy Boss, and I'm here with a good friend of mine, Trey, and this is one of my first videos on this YouTube page. I am doing Empires United, which is Empires United is a company where I network with people and I bring them together to create a financial group of people and organizations and businesses to network together to make the money, create a currency back and forth within the network so we can come up 10 times faster than if we was working on our own. So whatever it is that you need when it comes to anything, inbox me and I can 9 times out of 10 direct you in the right direction with somebody that's in the organization that cares about the community and the future for our community, which is taking our children and making a greater opportunity for them. That's the basic gist of Empires United. So Trey, can I get a small little introduction of who you are and what you got going on?
Yeah, so I'm Brother Trey, and mainly one of my main platforms is at Conscious Planet at 2718 Grammy Street, and I facilitate sessions on universal, cosmic, natural, divine laws. And we talk about basic principles, spiritual principles, mental principles, and principles governing your life to make life more productive and more harmonious, so we can thrive in this world. There's certain basic fundamental principles that govern the ordering of nature and of our beingness in this world. And there is a formula to it. And I think we need to be, we interact with these principles every day, actually. But some of us are not consciously aware or cognizant of these particular principles. Like something simple as the law of polarity, the law of rhythm. We do understand that we have certain rhythms and patterns. You know, we have 4 seasons in this particular hemisphere, and then there's certain ways that these seasons affect our consciousness and our personality. Some people might be into astrology and certain basic aspects of that being, or people may be more familiar with being the zodiac. So they might say, "Oh, what's your sign? You know, what's your sign?" And I'm a Leo, or I'm a Capricorn. Or even when they're speaking about these things, they're talking about the law of correspondence, which is one of the universal law of correspondence, as above, so below. So if you're talking about your sign or your when we talk about astrology, we're talking about how these particular stars or planetary bodies and how our body interact with these different aspects of nature. So that's just one example of a universal law of correspondence, as above, so below, as within, so without. So your interior attitude, or what's what they call what's hidden in the darkness, will soon come to light. So what's unmanifest will manifest. To use more simple language, is basically the way the mentality you have when you wake up. Some people say, "Oh, I wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning." So when they're saying that they have a certain attitude, pattern, or rhythm, which actually carries out and it stands out into the day. So if they don't change their attitude pattern, basically the laws of nature is going to follow along your mindset or your mentality or your consciousness state. So if you don't shift that at some point and get back